Triple H confirms the Shield's reunion on Raw, the best and worst of WWE Raw. WWE Cuts broadcast after Nikki Bella's unfortunate wardrobe error. WWE confirms Rhea Ripley's unfortunate injury. A major update on Jacob Fatu's return timeline. Another WWE star makes a statement on retiring. Triple H faces immense pressure running WWE's creative, backstage chaos at WWE Raw. Why Brock Lesnar missed WWE Raw. Why Roman Reigns didn't return on Monday Night Raw. Let's dive right in. The best and worst of WWE Raw. The October 20th, 2025 episode of WWE Raw delivered high stakes with 3 title matches and a major update on Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship status. Building on the shocking implosion of the Vision, the show kept the momentum going but had its share of missteps. Here's what Triple H got right and where he stumbled on Raw. Number 1. The best. Paul Heyman redefines the new Vision. Seth Rollins' reported shoulder injury forced WWE to speed up the Vision's betrayal, but Raw made it work. Paul Heyman took charge, delivering a compelling backstage segment to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, explaining why they should follow his lead. His words sold the new look faction, hooking fans on the Vision's next chapter and proving Heyman's genius as a mastermind. Number 2. The best and worst. Becky Lynch versus Maxine Dupree shines, but finish falls flat. Becky Lynch defended her Women's Intercontinental Championship against Sacramento's own Maxine Dupree in a match that surprised everyone with its quality. Dupree pushed the man to her limits, but the bout ended in disqualification, giving Dupree a technical win over Lynch, her second after a count-out victory. While the match exceeded expectations, having Lynch, a top star, resort to dirty tactics against a still-learning Dupree feels off. Lynch is now 0-2 in title defenses against Maxine, and repeating this finish, similar to Dominic Mysterio's match, makes the booking feel repetitive, almost like it's written by a formula. Number 3. The best and worst. Dominic Mysterio's Eddie Guerrero tribute gets stale. Dominic Mysterio retained his Intercontinental Championship against Rusev with a clever nod to Eddie Guerrero's lie, cheat, and steal playbook. After failing to hide a hammer in his boot, Dom used the distraction to land a low blow, followed by a 619 frog splash combo for the win. His crafty tactics outsmarted the stronger Rusev, but Dirty Dom's constant cheating to beat AJ Styles, Penta, multiple times, and now Rusev twice, is wearing thin. Raw GM Adam Pearce seems to ignore Dom's antics, with no fines or consequences. Dropping the title to Rusev could have shaken up the Judgment Day, especially since Finn Balor and JD McDonough lost their tag titles earlier, and Dom still holds the AAA Mega Championship. Number 4. The best. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee elevate tag team titles. The Judgment Day's second World Tag Team Championship reign ended after just 2 defenses in 111 days, falling to AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. The titles have felt like an afterthought for too long, but putting them on Styles, who's starting his retirement tour, and the dynamic Lee is a smart move to boost their prestige. This win gives the division a fresh spark and sets up exciting possibilities. Number 5. The best and worst. Jey Uso's heel turn rushed. Jey Uso won a number 1 contenders battle royal in Raw's main event, earning a World Heavyweight Championship shot against CM Punk. Shockingly, he eliminated his brother Jimmy, who had just saved him, signaling a heel turn. With Seth Rollins' injury forcing changes, Triple H seems to be fast-tracking Jey's shift to a darker side for his clash with Punk at Saturday night's main event. The turn was overdue, but other contenders like LA Knight, who's never won Major Gold, or Penta, who's been overshadowed by Dominic, could have been stronger choices. Rusev would have offered a physical challenge, and Styles deserved a singles run. Jey, the 2025 Royal Rumble winner, has been pinned 3 times in title-related matches this year, making his sudden push feel rushed. WWE Cuts broadcast after Nikki Bella's unfortunate wardrobe error. Nikki Bella made a dramatic return on the October 20th, 2025 episode of Raw, rushing to the aid of Women's World Champion Stephanie Baker, but an unfortunate wardrobe malfunction stole the spotlight. Baker defended her title against the Judgment Day's Roxanne Perez, overcoming interference from Raquel Rodriguez to secure the win. Post-match, Rodriguez and Perez attacked Baker, but Bella stormed the ring to save her friend, taking out both heels before being knocked down herself. During her recovery, a wardrobe mishap caused WWE to abruptly cut the broadcast to black. The feed returned after the issue was resolved, shifting focus to Rodriguez and Perez. Backstage, Bella and Vaquer shared a heartfelt moment, with Nikki warning the champion about the target on her back. "You're in trouble now with that title. You can't trust anyone," Bella said, leaving fans wondering if her words hinted at a future betrayal. For now, the two seem united against the Judgment Day, but their alliance feels shaky, as Bella could turn on Vaquer, becoming the very threat she cautioned against. The night took another turn when Perez fired shots at Bella on X, claiming Nikki once said she'd carry the Bella legacy. 10 years ago, Nikki told me I'd carry on the Bella legacy. Now she's trying to be a part of mine. Ha 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 ha, what an idiot, Perez wrote. Nikki clapped back, quoting the tweet. "Sweetie, I don't try to be a part 6 of legacies. I create them. You're welcome." With tensions rising and Bella's return clouded by the mishap, will her partnership with Vaquer hold, or is a betrayal brewing? The coming weeks on Raw will tell the tale. The WWE confirms Rhea Ripley's unfortunate injury. WWE has confirmed that Rhea Ripley suffered a broken nose during the company's recent Japan tour, adding a new layer to her ongoing rivalry with the Kabuki Warriors. Ripley's feud with Asuka and Kairi Sane intensified when she warned Sky about Asuka's influence, only for Sky to initially ignore her. Eventually, Ripley and Sky teamed up against the Kabuki Warriors, leading to a victory at Crown Jewel where Sky pinned Sane. 2 nights later on Raw, Asuka booked Ripley in a singles match against Sane, which Mommy won with a riptide. On the October 20th, 2025 episode of Raw, Wade Barrett addressed Ripley's injury, noting he'd cried from a broken nose in the past and was amazed at Ripley's resilience. "I had no idea how Ripley was still smiling," Barrett said, referencing a video Ripley posted showing blood pouring from her nose while she remained in good spirits. The Kabuki Warriors cut a scathing promo on Raw, claiming Ripley deserved the injury for breaking up their family of Asuka, Sane, and Sky. They set their sights on Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss's Women's Tag Team Championships, signaling a new feud. Flair and Bliss have been dominant since winning the titles, recently beating Zarya and Sol Ruca in a friendly match. But with the Kabuki Warriors, especially given Asuka's heated history with Flair, this clash promises bad blood. With Ripley sidelined, will she return to settle the score, or can Flair and Bliss fend off the Kabuki Warriors' wrath? A major update on Jacob Fatu's return timeline. Jacob Fatu's future in WWE took a hit after a brutal angle on the October 17th, 2025 episode of SmackDown. The Samoan Werewolf was set to face Drew McIntyre in a #1 contenders match for the undisputed WWE Championship, but he never made it to the ring. Instead, cameras showed Fatu bloodied and buried under production equipment backstage, a storyline move to write him off TV. The 33-year-old is reportedly sidelined due to a recent dental procedure. On Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez clarified the situation, stating, "They did an angle to get him out of the match. He was laying in a pool of his own blood and teeth. There were teeth all over the place. He needs some sort of surgery. Something involving his teeth. He will be back by Survivor Series weekend, so he's gonna be out for a while." With Survivor Series set for November 29th, 2025 at Petco Park in San Diego, California, Fatu is expected to return in time for the premium live event, though it's unclear if he'll compete. The attack sparked chaos, with undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes accusing McIntyre of orchestrating it, only for the Scottish Warrior to deny involvement. Their confrontation led to an impromptu title match, where Rhodes lost by disqualification after striking McIntyre with the belt, fueling speculation of a heel turn. As Rhodes and McIntyre's feud simmers, Fatu's return could shake up the championship picture. Will the Samoan Werewolf come back with vengeance, and how will he fit into the brewing title drama? Another WWE star makes a statement on retiring. With John Cena set to retire later in 2025 and AJ Styles planning to hang up his boots in 2026, another WWE star has made a bold statement about his future. Following the October 20th, 2025 episode of Raw, Sheamus took to social media to declare he's not going anywhere. Competing in a battle royal on the show, the Celtic Warrior proved he's still in top form after a long absence. He announced the start of his Never F retiring tour, kicking off that night, and emphasized his determination to keep going. Sheamus' Never F retiring tour started Monday, 20th October 2025. "Bangers never quit," he wrote, signaling that as long as he's delivering the hard-hitting matches he loves, retirement is off the table. Like Cena and Styles, Sheamus has had a storied career, but one goal remains unfulfilled: winning the Intercontinental Championship. On Raw, he may have ignited a feud with the Judgment Day, taking out Finn Balor and JD McDonough in the Battle Royal before being eliminated and brawling backstage. With Dominic Mysterio, a member of the Judgment Day, currently holding the Intercontinental title, Sheamus could be zeroing in on the one prize that's eluded him. Will the Celtic Warriors' Never Retiring tour lead him to championship glory, or will Dirty Dom and the Judgment Day stand in his way? Triple H faces immense pressure running WWE's creative. WWE Hall of Famer Rob Van Dam recently shared his thoughts on Triple H's role as Chief Content Officer, highlighting the intense pressure the game faces. Since taking over creative control after Vince McMahon's departure, Triple H has surrounded himself with trusted allies like Shawn Michaels, Road Dogg Brian James, and William Regal in key management roles to strengthen his grip on the company. Under his leadership, WWE has seen massive success, breaking attendance records for numerous premium live events. In an interview with Sportskeeda's senior editor Bill Apter, RVD praised Triple H's position, but emphasized the weight of responsibility. "I don't know what to say about Triple H. He's in that position where, wow, what a position to be in. If everything's great, you're gonna get credit for it. If everything looks bad, he's gonna get credit for it. But you're right, he's got a lot of help, but you need to be able to delegate and have a support team. In a position that important, I feel like even if you got final say-so, you can only juggle so much," RVD said. Lately, Triple H has faced criticism as fans have voiced frustration over a perceived dip in programming quality. ESPN's C grade for WrestlePalooza only fueled the discontent. With pressure mounting, can the game lean on his team to turn things around and elevate WWE's storytelling in the months ahead? The spotlight is on Triple H to deliver. Backstage chaos at WWE Raw. The October 20th, 2025 episode of WWE Raw kicked off with a pivotal moment as General Manager Adam Pearce addressed Seth Rollins' future, only for the Vision to crash the segment. The intense exchange was a hit with fans and critics, but a new report reveals turmoil behind the scenes. According to TC of WrestleVotes on X, a source from Raw in Sacramento disclosed that last-minute changes altered the opening segment, where Pearce stripped Rollins of the World Heavyweight Championship. A source backstage at WWE Raw in Sacramento tells me there were a lot of late changes to the opening segment where Adam Pearce stripped Seth Rollins of the World Heavyweight Championship. Original plans had things playing out differently than what we ultimately saw on screen, WrestleVotes wrote. In the segment, Pearce took the title from the Vision and announced a battle royal to determine a new #1 contender, as CM Punk had already earned his shot the previous week. Jey Uso won the battle royal, setting up a clash with Punk for the vacant World Heavyweight title at Saturday night's main event on November 1st, 2025 in Salt Lake City, Utah. With two of Raw's biggest babyfaces set to battle for the championship, all eyes are on how Triple H's creative team will navigate the Vision's direction without Rollins. What surprises does WWE have planned for the faction, and how will the chaotic backstage changes shape the road to SNME? Why Brock Lesnar missed WWE Raw. The WWE Universe was abuzz with speculation that Brock Lesnar might return on the October 20th, 2025 episode of Raw to replace Seth Rollins as the Vision's leader after Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed betrayed the Visionary with Paul Heyman's backing. General Manager Adam Pearce confirmed Rollins' injury from Crown Jewel, stripped him of the World Heavyweight Championship, and announced that a new champion would be crowned at Saturday night's main event on November 1st in Salt Lake City. CM Punk, already the #1 contender, needed an opponent, and a battle royal closed Raw to determine who'd face him. With Breaker and Reed excluded from the match, fans hoped the Beast Incarnate would make a dramatic entrance, but Jey Uso won instead. Here's why Lesnar didn't show up. First, WWE may be saving Lesnar's return for a bigger stage. The 48-year-old former UFC heavyweight champion is a massive draw, and debuting him on a regular Raw episode might not maximize his impact. A premium live event like Saturday night's main event or Survivor Series could amplify the hype. Second, tensions within the Vision hint at internal conflict. Breaker and Reed aren't fully aligned with Heyman, as seen in subtle clashes on Raw. The Oracle, known for his cunning plans, might be holding off on Lesnar's comeback until Breaker and Reed turn on him, setting up a shocking twist. Finally, the Battle Royal's finish. Jey Uso eliminating his brother Jimmy, who'd saved him earlier, deepened the Usos' rift, aligning with Jey's focus on his singles run and Roman Reigns' advice. This bloodline drama could be WWE's priority, delaying Lesnar's return to focus on that storyline. Will the Beast resurface to shake up the Vision, or is Triple H saving him for a bigger moment? Why Roman Reigns didn't return on Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns has been missing from WWE since his loss to Bronson Reed at Crown Jewel on October 11th, 2025, in an Australian street fight. The defeat came after the Usos' interference backfired, with Jey Uso accidentally spearing Reigns through a table. Though uninjured, Reigns chewed out his cousins and hasn't appeared since. With Seth Rollins vacating the World Heavyweight Championship due to injury, fans expected the Tribal Chief to return during the October 20th, 2025 Raw Battle Royal to determine CM Punk's opponent for Saturday night's main event on November 1st in Salt Lake City. Yet Reigns was absent. Here's why WWE kept him off the show. First, Triple H might be saving Reigns for a dramatic return at Saturday night's main event to sabotage Jey Uso's title match against Punk. At Crown Jewel, Reigns told the Usos he loved them but didn't want to see them until Christmas. Costing Jey the championship would be a personal shot at the Yeet Master, who's showing heel tendencies without turning Reigns heel. It would frame their conflict as a family feud between cousins. Second, WWE could be holding Reigns' return for Survivor Series, War Games on November 29th, 2025 in San Diego. The Tribal Chief might reunite the Usos and recruit Punk to face the Vision, potentially bolstered by Brock Lesnar and Austin Theory in a War Games match. Finally, WWE likely wants to keep Reigns out of the World Heavyweight title picture. Reports suggest Triple H is eyeing a blockbuster final match for John Cena against Reigns at Saturday night's main event on December 13th, 2025 in Washington, D.C. As a part-time star, Reigns isn't positioned to win a title requiring a full-time Raw schedule. Instead, WWE is focusing his appearances on major premium live events and special moments. With big plans brewing, will Reigns' return spark a family war or set the stage for a legendary clash? Triple H confirms the Shield's reunion on Raw. The October 20th, 2025 episode of WWE Raw delivered a gut punch with General Manager Adam Pearce confirming Seth Rollins' injury and stripping him of the World Heavyweight Championship. But Triple H may have also planted a subtle clue about a potential Shield reunion. During a fiery promo, Paul Heyman, flanked by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, mocked Rollins, calling him a bum shoulder B and dismissing him as the Visionary, the workhorse of the Shield, or the Vision's leader. Heyman's pointed reference to Rollins' Shield past, while ignoring his authority and Messiah eras, could be a deliberate nod from Triple H, hinting at a revival of the iconic trio of Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, to take on the Vision when Rollins returns. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer shared that Rollins is set for shoulder surgery, with the full extent of the damage unclear until the procedure. He's Seth Rollins having surgery. That's 100%. They don't know all the damage in his shoulder, and they will find out the damage when they open him up. And when they do the surgery, we'll have an idea. I guess the best way to put it is they hope he'll be okay for WrestleMania. There's no way of knowing one way or the other today whether he will be or not, but he's out for months for sure, which we already knew, Meltzer said. While the Shield reunion remains speculative, Heyman's promo has sparked excitement about Rollins potentially reuniting with Reigns, and possibly Moxley, to battle the Vision. With Rollins sidelined for months, what will Triple H's creative team cook up for the Vision, and will the Shield's return be the ultimate payback at WrestleMania 42?